Oh, okay.
Yes, you can, alright. But one of those cars is up there because of you. So have a look at that list. We're going to come back to that list. Those people walking past, you guys over there, we're choosing the best car ever. So come and sit down. I want you all involved in the debate. I'm going to ask you all questions and ask you what you think is the best car ever. And we are going to decide that here and now, right now, this evening, we will be choosing the best car ever. But before we do that, can we just cycle these into the pictures? And I'm going to ask my expert guest here to define what makes a car brilliant. And let's start with Alex first.
Okay, so I've been thinking about this quite a lot. You know, what is it that decides the best car ever? I think that's a virtually impossible decision to make. But
right, that's fine.
Well, that's that done. Then. We're
Mr.
go home
Fraser,
then.
best car ever. I think you've got to look at everything from innovation, technology, design, how many pieces were produced and sold, what was, you know, the best colour. Colour is really important.
Seriously, Miss Autono, I got you up here to represent your side of the gender because you're credible, knowledgeable, expert, you've crashed taxis, you're brilliant, and you come in and you talk about colour. Seriously.
We did have a poll on the closed group and asked about what are the most important things, and safety was one of the first ones, and I think second or third was colour. So it genuinely is something that is very important. I think
but
it's
you can have a car in any colour you want, as long as it's not the Ford Model T, right? So how does that make a difference?
Because it's really important, because a car is a representation of ourselves, isn't it, at the end of the day? So I drive a nice car, Fraser drives a nice car,
okay.
a car.
A little dig there.
and it is, you know, being a representation of ourselves, we need to make sure that it's everything. I mean, even Mr. Fraser has made a point. Fraser is well known for his vehicles all having the same colour scheme.
That is
and
true,
I think that's great.
Let's move to Fraser. You can talk about the colour of your car, and then you can also talk about this definition of what makes a car great.
The colour scheme is just something that has evolved over the last sort of 14 or 15 years, and I think I can't remember why anymore.
What's the colour? I thought it was the colour of your front gate.
Oh no, I remember the colour, yes.
Yeah.
The gate came later, and I can't really remember why it all came about.
So just to let everybody know, your signature colours are?
Yellow with, the cars are all white.
The cars are white with
always
yellow.
Been white with a bit of yellow on them, yeah.
Is that the cars are all white but not really great, or they're all white?
No, they have all been white, but I wouldn't want you to think I've got hundreds of them. There are two, and both are very old. But what makes a car great, I think, by definition, and there's a couple of cars on that list that I see, is the influence that they have brought to bear upon the industry. The influence that they've brought to bear upon the car buying public, and less to do with the numbers, less to do with the style or the colour for that matter. It's got more to do with how much a car has influenced the way in which we appreciate and the way in which we look at motor cars.
So really the impact that the car has on society, on people, on emotions, really.
The impact that the car has had on all of those things, but has continued to have as a result of what has come after it.
Right.
So, I mean, if I'm going to give an example now, one of the cars that's on your list is the original Mini.
Yeah.
And the original Mini is a fundamentally important car because
that's the original Mini right there from the Italian job there, yep.
One of the first cars that moved the engine in a very small car to the front and packaged the car in such a way that the wheels were at each corner.
Yeah.
And Alec Isagonis' work on this is legendary.
Yeah.
And every single small car that has been produced since that time, since 1959,
has been influenced by that car.
Has been influenced by that car and the packaging that that car came with.
Yeah.
I remember our family having one when we were young, and it was a fantastic thing to have.
Oh, he wants to get in on the act. He's got ideas. He's got ideas.
Although ours was a station wagon, but the car had so many important, fundamental things about it that have influenced almost every small car since.
So it's the impact that the car has on basically other cars and on people and stuff like that. I want to have some definitions from out there. What makes a car really good? Who can tell me what makes a car really good? Hands up. Come on, somebody define the car. Yes. One of our most regular guests, really.
I think what makes a car great is performance. I do believe in the fact that it affects the generation, something that we talked about before, is a great point to touch on, but I think performance and how you can relate as a consumer with the car, how does it take corners, handling, stability, is what makes the car last longer.
Would you say that performance goes further than the performance of the engine and the performance overall? You know, we're talking about digitalization and technology, and it must be the performance of the car as a whole package.
Technology is something cannot be ignored. Even before, some technology were existing in 1980s cars before they could even exist in 2015 cars. So technology is very important. It's what elevates the car to the next level between its category and its segment.
I think that you've actually hit on a very good point there, and it echoes what partly I referred to with the original Mini. And that performance isn't just about engines, it's not just about speed or anything else. There was a car that was more economical than anything else that was available. It was smaller than anything else that was available. It cornered on the door handles, which nothing else would do at the time. And it had so many key elements, as the original Mini had, that it has to be a contender for the fundamentally best car ever.
I think I know where you're going with your favorite car of the night, that's for sure. I think you're giving away a few points there. Not quite. Oh, okay. Okay, what we're going to do, oh, hang on. A little gentleman here wants to have a say.
I just have one word, it's safety.
Wow, how mature is that coming from the youngest member of the audience? That is awesome.
It's funny that you say that, actually, because we were talking about it a couple of days ago, the difference in generations and how important it is to youngsters to feel safe within a vehicle. You know, Tesla is one of the cars that we've been talking about a lot as well, because it's one of the few vehicles that really does appeal to every single generation. And one of the things that you know, I'm sure you're a millennial, one of the things that the millennials are talking about is the technology and the safety that is incorporated within something like that model.
So what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the best car ever. And what we're going to do tonight is we're going to decide what is the best car ever. We collectively, with the help of our experts here, are going to decide what is the best car ever. And we're going to do that in the next 30 minutes. This is my plan. So if I could get the list back up again, please. And what we're going to do is we're going to start to eliminate cars off this list. So I'm going to go one by one through this list, and I'm going to have a show of hands of whether we take the car off. And if there's not enough show of hands, I'm going to leave the car on for now. So let's start down there with the original Volkswagen Beetle. What do we think? Should that car be on this list? Is that one of the best cars ever? Put your hands up if you think that car should stay on this list. Oh,
that's a Volkswagen Beetle, yes.
Yeah, that's okay. You know what? I'm going to leave that for now. What about the Toyota Land Cruiser? Should the Toyota Land Cruiser be on this list? Okay, delete the Toyota Land Cruiser. I'm sorry.
Not sure.
No, seriously, he's sort of like, oh, maybe no. No, okay, we're deleting this one. Toyota Land Cruiser goes. That's it. We are tonight deciding the best car ever. That's what we're doing here at the ignition stage at the Dubai Motor Show. Right now, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this in 30 minutes. We've lost the Toyota Land Cruiser. Oh my God, Toyota's not going to be happy about that one. The Toyota Land Cruiser is gone. What about the Toyota Corolla? Hands up if you think the Toyota Corolla is one of the best cars ever.
One of the things about...
Nobody, delete the Toyota Corolla.
One of the things about the Corolla is that it's one of the most high volume cars in the world.
Yeah.
But it has never ever been particularly innovative.
Well, this is
a car that has done the job that it was designed to do.
Taxi.
No more and no less ever.
The thing is, the Volkswagen Beetle is one of the biggest selling cars, but it was only been surpassed by the Toyota Corolla, which is why the Corolla was on the list. but Corolla doesn't deserve to start. Guys, come in, sit down. We're choosing the best car ever, and I need your help to do it. That's what we're gonna do. The Land Cruiser is already gone. The Subaru WRX, yes or no? Put your hands up if that should stay on the list. I'm not getting enough hands. I'm not getting enough hands. Subaru WRX, not enough. Delete it. Delete it. Subaru WRX is gone.
The gentleman in the corner even put up both his hands in the hope that it would stay.
Oh man, have you got Subaru?
No, I don't, but I do have the Subaru, and actually if I have to choose one of the best cars of those, I choose the Subaru, I choose the Mazda X5, I choose the Nissan 240Z, because I think, in my opinion, a better car is the car that connects you to the road. You can drive a mini cart and have fun with it, and then you can drive a Lexus that can drive faster than the mini cart and not have fun. So MX-5, like 240Z, those cars like makes you connected. They do not filter what happens between the driver and the road. I love this kind of cars.
That's a great point.
Very good point. Very good point. Unfortunately, the Subaru is gone.
Oops.
Now the next car that we have is a car that Alex had me put on the list. And she was very specific about it. It had to be the Brabus Finale Edition. This is the Smart Roadster, sorry. Not a lot of people will hear, who knows what a Smart Roadster is? Not many people. So, I think I know the answer to this one. How many people think that should stay on the list? Oh, that's going deleted. Apart from you, that gets deleted. Take it off. The Smart goes. Smarts are stupid cars anyway.
That's
sorry.
No, it's smart.
I don't like them.
Smart.
I don't like them. They're silly little things. Why the hell would you want one of those?
You said that about the Tesla.
We're moving up. Wait till is the Tesla even on the list? No, there's no Tesla. Who was the gentleman that wanted Tesla on the list? Is he still here? Is he still here? No, he's not. So Tesla's not going on the list. Right. Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. Should that be on the list?
No, it's just not good enough.
I've only got 3 votes for that. That's coming off. Take that off. So ladies and gentlemen, those people here at the stand, those people walking around the stand here at the Ignition Live stage at the Dubai Motor Show, hall number 6 tonight, we are deciding the best car ever. We're doing that in the next 25 minutes, and this is my list. We are eliminating cars off this list based on your votes and the opinions of our expert judges here. Next, we delete that one. Rolls-Royce gone. Alas, no more. Used to be really popular in the Middle East, right? There's a new fact. That doesn't mean it's good, right? Okay, the Range Rover. How many people think that the Range Rover deserves to be on the list of the best car ever? Okay, we've got I think I'll leave that on for now. Okay, we're moving to the Porsche 911. How many people think that should be on the list of the best car ever? Guys, these guys over here, they're ruthless. They want everything taken off the list. They're not voting for anyone. Alas. Everything goes.
One second.
Yeah, go on.
Because what we've got here is 911 air-cooled versions.
Yeah.
If I look around the audience here, there aren't many of them who will ever have driven an air-cooled version.
I'll tell you what. Delete the air-cooled. Delete that, and then let's do this again.
Damien Reid, standing in the corner there,
Yeah.
a veteran journalist if ever there was one, and I have probably both driven air-cooled 911s, and they're scary. Yes?
So now we have Porsche 911. Who thinks the Porsche 911 deserves to stay on the list of the best cars ever? Okay, that's staying on the list for now. The Nissan Patrol. Who thinks the Nissan Patrol should stay on the list? Oh, finally we got a reaction from over here. That's fantastic. Okay, that's staying on the list for now. We're moving up to the Nissan GTR. That's a horrible car, right? It's horrible.
Oh, no,
Oh my God, look at that. I think that's definitely staying on the list for now, right? So those of you at the back, please ever. This is my short list. It's going down based on what you're telling me. Nissan 240Z, what do you think about that? Should that be on the list of the best car ever? Not enough votes, delete it. It goes. There's somebody really upset right there. Oh no, they're really upset, sorry. Mitsubishi Evo. Not enough votes. It gets deleted. What is that noisy car over there? It's trying to get in on the act. I'm sorry, just making a lot of noise is not going to get you on the list. The Mini Original, one of Fraser's favorite, I think. Should that be on the list? Yeah, I think that stays on the list for now. So
Anybody who votes no for that has never driven one.
Who voted no?
You can't be old enough.
Who voted no for the classic Mini? You don't like it?
I mean, Look at that list. Look at that list. I mean, you got the E33 series, you got the Ferrari F40, you got the, what else do you have? The NSX. I mean, you're going to choose one. Okay.
So basically what you're saying, it's a relative thing. So compared to these, yeah, that's what you're saying. All right.
So remember, this is not about the fastest thing, or the quickest thing, or the sexiest thing. It's just about the best thing overall.
Best car ever. Ladies and gentlemen, best car ever.
Because I'm going to disappoint.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm going to disappoint you later because you've already picked a car that you think is a really nice one, and I'm going to pan it for the same reason as I've panned something else.
So I don't agree with him either.
Right. And he knows exactly which one I'm going to pick. Yeah. And I think Damien again might agree, and that's the Ferrari F40. Worst car I've ever driven.
Hey,
Go.
First of all, you're not allowed to say that because I'm the host. Secondly, we're not there yet. Hold on. So,
are we there yet?
No. Ladies and gentlemen, we are choosing the best car ever with your help. This is my list. Now, we're moving up to the Mercedes S-Class. Who thinks that should be on the list for the best car ever? No, that's deleted. Gone. Sorry. That poor lady at the back, she's losing all of her favorite cars. It's so sad. Oh, the McLaren F1. Who knows the McLaren F1? Hands up for the McLaren. Oh, she's leaving now. In protest. She's like, I'm done with this. I'm out of here. Oh, we've upset somebody. This is how it's going down. It's going to get bloody tonight. It's going to get messy tonight.
We can keep the McLaren F1.
Okay, the expert says keep it. What about Alex? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think the McLaren F1 is completely iconic and brought a lot of something. Do you know what I like about it? 3 seats.
3 seats?
3 seats is always a good idea in a car.
It's a more social car, your two friends, right?
Yeah.
Alright, we're keeping the McLaren F1. What about the Mazda MX-5? Should that be on this list?
No, that's
folks.
It's a modern MGB.
Well, we got 1 vote. Poor Imtisham on his own here because he's actually owned one.
I was going to say, isn't that one of the cars that everybody wants to own or has owned at some point? Isn't it the biggest selling 2-seater sports car in the world ever, with over 1 million units?
I will give you a little known fact about the Mazda MX-5. They spent almost as much money in the sound booth developing an exhaust system to make it sound like an MGB. So that definitely takes it off the list for me.
Mazda MX-5, delete it please. Mazda MX-5 gets deleted. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are choosing. Guys, come in, sit down, take part, help me decide the best car ever. That's what we're doing. We're choosing the best car ever. This is the list, and the list is slowly going down and turning into a short list. Land Rover Series 1. Who votes for the Land Rover Series 1? Well, I think I have to leave. Based on how many people are here right now, I think I might have to leave that one on. I think...
You're just trying to keep Fraser happy.
Oh, no, you want me to delete it?
No, I want to keep him happy too.
Okay, so we're keeping that one for now. The Lancia Delta Integrale. Who knows? First of all, there's a man just going, no. Why? No. That's a legendary rally car right there.
Yes. Keep it on.
Okay, come on, vote. Who votes for that car to stay on the list? Oh, not enough.
Bear in mind that the legendary rally car was nothing like the car that you ended up buying. The legendary rally car was only designed to last 2 years, and the ones you bought only lasted 2 years anyway.
I had a Lancia as well. Deleted, Lancia Integrale, Delta Integrale gets deleted. Wow, this list is really beginning to lose cars. So now we move to this side, and we're going to start on this side with the poster car of not just one generation, but many generations. I suspect it's still the ultimate poster car. The Lamborghini Countach. Should that be on the list of one of the greatest cars ever? Wow! Seriously? You're breaking my heart right here. That's it?
No, one of the pointiest cars ever.
Oh my God!
One of the cars with the most unusual surfaces. But not a good one.
Oh my, I'm tempted to overrule you lot. Seriously. The Lamborghini Countach. No, I can't. Okay, Lamborghini Countach, delete it. Oh, man. You want to say something?
The era in that Lamborghini, the whole car is went into that same structure and architecture and design. However, it received very negative feedback over the years that the lines never came back to it ever again. Even the pop-up headlights and all this kind of era the design language was so neglected by people. That's why I think it didn't leave an impact that it should be taken off.
I've got a completely
absolutely correct.
No, for the first,
no, she's absolutely correct.
No,
because it was one of the ugliest cars ever produced.
No, you didn't bring your spectacles tonight, Fraser. This is the first time in all the shows you've been on to disagree with you, honestly. Go on.
This car should be back on the list. I remember myself when I was little playing with the figurine of this car. I remember the car when the figurine itself, the door goes up. This was something very fascinating for me. It is a very nostalgic car. This should be back on the list.
The good have started it all.
Are any of you even old enough to have seen one in the flesh?
Tell me one thing the Countach started.
The V12 was famous because of the internet.
Because of the Countach.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. I'm definitely going this time.
He's going to say Jaguar E-Type. Go on.
I'm sorry to say this, but the Countach is actually of you, the user.
Oh! How very kind. Well, that will take it off the list then.
I knew it was going to get bloody tonight. It's going to get messy. Oh, we are going to have egos dropping on the floor tonight. I swear to God. This is getting vicious. It's getting violent. We are choosing the best car ever. And the debate is only heating up. What have we got next? Oh, this is the Jeep Wrangler. Should that be on the list of the best car ever? Not enough votes. Not enough votes. Come on. I need to see hands. I need to see hands. Is that enough votes, Felix?
Enough votes to take it off? Absolutely. No? Okay, leave it on. It's not going to win anyway, don't worry.
Change it to the original Jeep, the wartime one, you could keep it. But the current car
It goes.
not good enough.
Take it off, delete it. Jeep Wrangler, sorry Fraser, sorry Bashar, I know you both had. You had one, you had one. That's gone. The Jaguar E-Type. Who knows the Jaguar E-Type? And who wants to keep it on the list? Who wants to keep it on the list? Hands up.
Good choice.
Is that enough hands?
Definitely. First production sports car to reach 150.
The Gems. Mercedes G-Wagon? Who thinks the Mercedes G-Wagon should be on this list? Experts, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, can you write Mercedes G-Wagons on the list?
It's lovely.
Sorry.
Wow, you guys have actually
Not
put
for
a
me.
car on the list. Wow, we are making history right now.
It's hell on the outside, but paradise on the inside.
Are you going to be a journalist when you're older? Are you like an automotive
You should come
influencer?
tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing a panel, how to be a car journalist. You should be on that. He said it's hell on the outside and paradise on the inside.
Do you know why this car looks this way? Does anybody know why it existed?
We don't get it. It looks masculine.
No! The Ford GT looks masculine more than the aerodynamically it's a zero. You can't go anywhere with that car. It was based on the Land Rover and everything that it had. It was stolen from the Land Rover. For a Mercedes to do that, it's just a shame.
I'm loving this. This is getting violent now. This is getting vicious.
Everything on the road is aerodynamic. I want to tell this car stands out of the crowd. Give me a hand. Thank you.
I agree actually, and I think it's very iconic in this region. You go around the world, people don't like G-Wagons. You come from the UAE, you're going to like a G-Wagon because you see them so...
Okay, the real story behind the G-Wagon, I can tell you, not because I was there, but the real story behind the G-Wagon is that it was developed by Mercedes for the Iranian military. And when the Iranian military was taken over, the order was cancelled. Mercedes were left with 150 cars that they did no client for. They were pushed into domestic markets. The car became very successful and it went on to do a number of institutional tasks. Had that not happened, there would have been no G-Wagon.
I do believe also, I think there was a press trip many years ago that Damien and Fraser and myself were on, and they said at the time when they were trying to launch another sort of large Mercedes-Benz model, they said that one of the reasons that they did not end the line is because I know it's ending soon, isn't it? One of the reasons they didn't stop the G-Wagon was because one of the sheikhs in this region had bought so many every single year on pre-order.
So he's sustaining the line all by himself. Can I have an answer for the DIMS, the Suburban? Yes or no? Any hands up for that one? No, get it deleted. That one is gone. The Ford Mustang. We're talking the original Ford Mustang. Eleanor to some people, the bullet car to others. I'm not seeing enough hands. I'm not seeing enough hands. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got to understand the significance of what you're doing tonight. You're choosing the best car ever. Okay, you know it stays on the list for now. We are now moving swiftly on to a bone of contention. This one, there's going to be blood on the floor as red as this car. The Ferrari F40. Should this be on the list? Oh, come on people, work with me, work with me. The Ferrari F40, the last car that Enzo Ferrari himself signed off. Why are they saying no, Fraser? Have you paid them all?
No, I haven't said no. Hot, difficult to drive, heavy clutch, nowhere to put the shopping. One of the most difficult cars, most tiresome cars I've ever driven. David, you've driven one as well, I think. Yeah, Queen, you agree with that? Anyone else driven one? No.
It's
right.
still pretty and it's still iconic.
So
I want to see what this guy says. Hold on.
Can you change it to the 458 or 488 Spider?
He's a politician.
Go 458, 488, what do you say? 430? I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. Any others? Any others? Come on. Any other iconic Ferrari? I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. The F40 goes, delete. Oh my God! You got rid of two of my favorite cars. Screw this.
That's okay, we'll manage it without
We're going next.
So, moving on then, are we on to the Dodge Challenger already?
Yes, the Dodge Challenger. What do you get? Hands up for the Dodge Challenger. Hellcat, come on, come on.
This is a new car.
That stays.
This is a new car.
That stays.
On a list of the most iconic
That
best
stays.
cars in the
That
world
stays.
ever.
That stays. Crazy. It stays.
Fine.
Chevrolet Corvette. Hands up for the Chevrolet. No, Chevrolet Corvette gets deleted. Oh my God, have you guys checked out the new one? It's amazing. The one hand up there. Chevrolet Corvette gets deleted. Chevrolet Caprice Classic. An absolute icon in this region. A legend of a car in this region. Oh no, I don't think we're getting enough hands. The guys at the back, we are choosing the best car ever. I need your help. I need your help. What? What was that? They don't know the score. They don't know the score. Chevrolet, come on, Fraser, you know the Chevrolet Caprice Classic.
I certainly do. And if it was the choice between the Caprice Classic and the Crown Vic, then I'd be going for the Crown Vic because its suspension is made of cake and the Caprice Classic had proper suspension. So, no.
No. Did you want to say something? Or are you still voting? Hold on.
I think you should add the Toyota Supra to the list.
Oh, I like the Supra. I've had a Supra. Our man at the front here wants to talk again. He must be heard.
Why isn't the Crown King on the list?
The what?
It's none of us.
Oh, come on. No, that's the silliest thing you've said so far. Come on, up your game. Come on.
You were doing quite well
Yeah,
until
you were
that.
doing really well until you said that. Okay, so the Caprice Classic goes, I'm afraid. And what car did you say again?
Supra.
Supra. Who votes for the Toyota Supra?
Golly gosh.
I don't know. What do you reckon?
Not
What
on
do you
the
reckon?
list.
Okay, Toyota Supra. Put it on the list.
Okay, then if you're going to start sticking things on the list, let's have a DeSoto Fireflight.
Who wants to
No,
vote
I'm
for
kidding,
the...
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
No, okay.
Can we think about looking at the Tesla that was put on the list?
Who wants to put a Tesla on the list?
What do you know?
No.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I
Yes.
don't know, Fraser. What do you think? I don't know. I
Yes.
don't have enough hands.
Oh, it's not
It's
good.
worth the gamble.
I'll give you one more chance. I'll give you one more chance. Who's voting for the Tesla?
Safety. Has anybody seen the media this morning about the Tesla that was launched overnight? Not to 101.5 seconds.
Go to 101.5 seconds.
Oh, you keep saying that.
No, we don't put the Tesla on the list. The Caterham 7. Who knows what that is?
Yes.
And who votes for it? Not enough votes. I love
Yes.
it.
What
All
do
of
you
my favorite
know?
cars are going off the list. Delete the Caterham 7.
The experts are saying yes.
Okay,
What?
come on guys, we've got literally 10 minutes to
Two
choose
experts
the
say
best
yes.
car. You just have to guide them, but they make the choice. Bugatti Veyron. Why should the Bugatti Veyron be on the list of the best car ever? Oh no, delete it. Alas, not
Which
delete
is
it.
funny because I looked online, best car ever, and Top Trumps, has anybody played Top Trumps, the card game? On Top Trumps, the Bugatti Veyron card wins the game.
We were having a discussion. We should have voted for the Bugatti Veyron, so put it back.
There's not enough votes. There's not enough votes. What's what?
It's overpriced. It's overpriced.
It's overpriced, fair enough. Okay, Bugatti Veyron's gone. What about the iconic BMW E30? Come on, I've had one of these. Come on, give me something here tonight. Okay, I think that stays on the list for now. That stays on the list. Okay, what about the Audi Quattro? This is the original Quattro, the one that won the rallies. I didn't get enough votes. Take it off the list. Take it off the list. Guys, we literally have 10 minutes to decide the best car ever. That's what we're doing right here at the Ignition Live stage. Hole number 6, we are creating history. You guys are helping me choose the best car ever. We're going to do it right now. We're going to do it within the next 10 minutes. This is the short list right here. The Aston Martin DB5. This is the car that Sean Connery's Bond drove. Okay, I think that stays on the list. Okay, experts, please turn around and have a look at the list now and tell us what you think of the list.
Sorry, can I just ask, what is the point of us turning around and looking at the list when you said you've already decided?
I haven't decided. I've just decided that I can overrule.
You've decided you can overrule us, you've decided you can overrule the audience. You have no contribution here to make whatsoever. He's going to choose something horrible.
I have to say...
My favourite car isn't even on the list and you know it. Hold on, I got to listen to the little man.
Okay.
This is really biased, by the way.
Biased to who? Oh!
Looking at the
This is a democratic process.
Looking at the list now, I think it's, you've almost got to say, well, is it the most iconic car? If it's the best car ever, the best car for what reason?
Which one?
Well, now we have to look at it and say, because let's face it, all of these cars are fantastic cars, and they're all fantastic cars for different reasons. So now we almost have to think about what's the reason we want it to be the best car ever.
Okay, so now I want, as you experts, I want you to decide what cars you're taking off the list, and then we'll have an argy-bargy about it. Let's go there with you decide. I'm just going to talk to this gentleman who wants you to decide.
I know I will make enemies by saying this, but to help you save time, just eliminate all the British cars from the list. I don't know any who knows this car, but I want to add the Buick GNX.
Well, you could add it, but it's not going on there. It is a great car, by the way. It is a great car, but I'm not on the list of the greatest cars. So everybody, we're choosing the greatest car. In the next 10 minutes, we've got our short list down, and we're going to be choosing the best car ever right here on the Ignition Live stage at the Dubai Motor Show.
Why should the whole thing come down here?
Okay, I'm not listening to that anymore. Right, so, experts, what car are we taking off the list?
Oh, do you know what I would have to say? I know Fraser's going to hate me for this, but can we start with the Range Rover?
Range Rover goes. Range Rover goes, everybody? Range Rover goes. Delete the Range Rover, it's gone. Fraser, now you get to pick one.
I was taking everything off the list except the Range Rover, and I could justify it. But never mind.
Choose another one.
No. The original Mini, that's it. I'll go back to my original Mini.
That's your answer.
That was my...
That's
now,
not to be eliminated. That's the answer.
No, everything else.
Yeah.
I was going to have either the Range Rover or the original Mini, otherwise...
Okay, we're going to go democratic again.
I'm
Right.
going forward now.
Votes for Jaguar E-Type. Come on guys, we've got 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes to choose the best car ever. Who votes for the Jaguar E-Type? No, that goes. Delete it. That's gone. Vote for the Honda NSX. Keep it on the board or not? Oh man, seriously, you are making this trickier for me. Guys at the back, any votes for the Honda NSX? It's the best car ever. List the best car. Oh, that has to stay. I think that has to stay. Mercedes G-Wagon, best car ever. Who votes for that? Best car ever. No, it goes. Delete, it's gone. Oh, we've upset some people tonight. Ford Mustang, does that stay on the list of the best car ever? I think the Ford Mustang is staying. Dodge Challenger, does that stay on the... No, again, final chance. Dodge Challenger? No. Okay, it stays on the list for now. Toyota Supra. Wow. Okay? Okay, we're gonna eliminate cars, guys. The BMW E30 goes. It goes. Delete the BMW E30. Man, all my favorite. You said this is biased. All my favorite cars are gone off the list. I own an E30.
Until 1 point, it was biased.
Okay, Land Rover Series 1. Delete. Delete. Land Rover Series 1, delete. Okay guys, we are choosing the best car ever. This is what we're doing right now, right here. We are making history at the Dubai Motor Show. We're choosing the best car ever, ever. You guys are helping me do that, and the experts are butting in when they can, when I let them. McLaren F1, stays on the list or not? Oh. Delete.
What do you know? Do you know what it is?
No.
What?
It's made out of fiber. It's a really fast car. And the driver sits in the middle. It's not like
Wow.
It's not like
Do you know what? Well done. That sounds like one of Shazam's reviews.
Seriously, these guys are writing better reviews than me now. This is awesome.
That's
You
good
guys
to
are
see.
fantastic. You guys are doing an amazing job. And the kids are brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. This is fantastic. Okay, you know what? Just for phrase's sake, we're going to skip over the mini. Nissan GTR. Should that stay on the list or not? I'm going to take it off. Who thinks I should take it off? Who thinks it should stay on the list? Okay, it's staying on the
He's
list.
behind you. Look behind you. He's over there.
Nissan Patrol? Yes or no? Delete. I ain't got time for this. Delete. Nissan Patrol is gone. Sorry, Nissan. The Porsche 911. Ooh, stays. And the Volkswagen Beetle, the original, the Herbie, the Love Bug. Does that stay on there? Delete. Oh man, poor Herbie. Herbie's crying. What have you done?
I mean, it's not a car. What is it?
What is it then? It's something on 4 wheels. I love these guys. This is fantastic. Okay, we now have 5, 6, 7, 8 cars on the board. Did I count correctly? 8 cars on the board.
See who shouts the loudest. Just run through the list, and I'll bet you we finish up with the Nissan GTR.
That's a very good one. Okay, that's a good. All right. Okay, that's a good idea, right? So no more showing of hands. Now I want the loudest noise. Fraser is our decibel meter, and Alex will be backing him up. I want the loudest noise as I call out these names. Okay? Aston Martin DB5.
Yes!
Oh no!
Are you using the microphone?
I need more.
No, that's
I
gone.
got 5 minutes.
It's gone.
Delete. It's gone. Toyota Supra.
Gone. Not enough.
No, I think that.
No, we need a loud one.
Come on.
Gone.
Come on.
Gone.
Once more. Toyota Supra.
You're only supposed to shout yes. Can you say no and yes at the same time? Is that a yes or no?
I think that was enough. Dodge Challenger. Delete. Dodge Challenger. Delete. Right. Ford Mustang. Once again, Ford Mustang. I think that stays. Borderline.
Keep it for the moment.
Okay. We took that out, right? We took that out. Supra's gone. Okay. Honda NSX.
Gone. Take it away. It's one of your favourites. Take it away. You took all mine away.
He's getting his own back now. What is this? Are you on my side or his side? We're choosing the best car ever. That's what we're doing tonight. Right. Let's start at the bottom. Porsche 911. Whoa.
That has to stay for noise.
Yeah. Well, then just bum rush the stage and we'll be filmed. Nissan GTR.
I think that does it.
The Mini. Oh, Mini's deleted. Mini's gone. There's the Italian job. We're not having an Emirati job tonight. That's definitely not happening. We have now got, that's our top 3. That's our podium right there. We've got 3 cars left on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight with your help, we are making history. We are choosing the best car ever, right here at the Dubai International Motor Show. At the Ignition Live stage in hall number 6, we are making history. We've got 3 cars left on the board. Experts, tell us about these cars.
They're all noisy, they're all two-seaters, effectively, and they're all uncomfortable.
I think the Ford Mustang, you know, Ford have been celebrating a lot just now, and obviously they've released the latest GT. So Ford Mustang is iconic, it's a very American-looking muscle car. The Porsche, obviously, a German brand, but it's been around for years and it's not really cheap. You know, you can see the following the lines all the way down. The Nissan GTR is something, again, I feel is a car that this region really excels with. It's something that you guys love, and we know that because we see so many of them around.
If we take the list from the bottom up, we've got quick, and very, very quick. That's about the size of the three cars.
Can I just say, Fraser's saying this, but Fraser, what was the car that you, time and time again, have said that you absolutely loved driving on the circuit? Now, it wasn't Nissan, I know it wasn't the GTR, but I'm sure it was the GTR underneath.
The Nissan Juke GTR. Yes, I didn't try that. That was a bit of fun on the circuit. It was a GTR with a Juke body on the top of it. There weren't many made, but that was a bit of a hoot. It's not here, but if we look at what we have left, it's beginning to look to me, Shazad, like the Nissan GTR. But there are no votes, nobody's shouting, so fine.
I want the pictures up. I want you to see what we're talking about. Here's what we're talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, at the Ignition Live stage here at the Dubai International Motor Show, we are choosing the best car ever in history. Tonight, you all are making history. And these are the three cars that we've ended up with. These are the top three. This is our podium right here. And wow, we're going to do the noise thing again, right? Yeah. We're going to do the noise thing again. So, I'm going to point at a car. You guys are going to help me make this decision tonight. We're choosing the best car ever. I'm going to point at a car, and the most number of noise means the car stays on the board. How much noise are you going to make for the Porsche 911? Not enough. Can I hear more? I'm not hearing enough. I'm deleting in 3, 2, 1, delete. Delete the Porsche 911. Delete this car. This car is gone. Sorry, Porsche. I'm never getting a Porsche test car again.
So basically, it's between America and Japan.
We got America and Japan. It's America versus Japan. Let's get some opinions, right? Who's got an opinion on this?
The reason that the GTR exists because of Illinois. That's the only reason why it exists. They wanted to make something as loud, as muscular, as fast. And the Eleanor, up till today, it's not just legendary, it's perfect to drive. It has design elements, it represents America the best way. And it is a car that should maintain, not a Japanese car, no offense to them, but nothing compared to the American.
I know that the Porsche 911 is off to the board, but it should have been in GT2 RS form on the picture. And also, it represents Germany the best, like these two cars do.
You know too much.
Germany's out of it. Did you want to say something?
You know too much.
Just wanted to say, you know, the Eleanor is a body kit, so I'm going to consider the fastback. So let's go with the fastback GTR. You know, different eras, but even at the time, you had the Skyline in Japan. So I just want to say, it has to be the Mustang, right? Right, guys? It has to be the Mustang.
Give your opinions. I'm going to go around. This is your last chance, you guys, to make your arguments. We have 2 cars on the board, and we're going to choose tonight. Make your arguments. I've got to do this by. Oh, we're nearly close. I've got literally a few minutes left.
The Nissan GTR is so iconic that it's called the Godzilla.
One vote for the Godzilla. I'm going to go here and here. Hold on.
Hi. If you compare between the technology, if you move the technology from the GTR, it's going to be the Eleanor. I mean, they are similar, but for me, GTR is more technology. But if you're a responsible driver and you control the car as it should be, it's going to be there.
I'm with you on that, definitely.
It's actually not fair to compare these two. It's almost 6 years between them. Why not leave the best 2 cars? Let's just make them the best 2 cars.
The title is not best 2 cars in the world ever.
Yeah, it's got to be the one.
The idea for the Mustang was to give a simple car to the people. The same thing what Nissan copied from the Mustang.
Very true. Okay, we're going to the vote. There's one other gentleman over there. Hold on.
Do you remember that bit on the Muppets where the voice comes in at the end and everybody looks up to see where it's coming from? I'm feeling like that now.
I would personally go for a Mustang because I feel that the Mustang is a car that will kill you. GTR is a much safer car to play with. So it's always, the driver's car.
I disagree actually. I think the GTR is a car that's going to kill you. Alright, just last two here.
What? It has to be a Mustang because Mustang is history.
Mustang is history. Come on, dude.
Why not GTR drone? 1.3 seconds.
No, enough of that. Alright, final word goes to our experts, and then we're going to make the vote.
I know which one I'd go for. I'd have to go for the Ford Mustang because it's iconic, it's beautiful today, it was beautiful back then, and I think there's lots of heritage in it as well.
Fraser?
On the basis of the two that were there, the Nissan would get it for brutality.
Wow, okay, so the experts have spoken, some of the guys here have spoken. We are now going to make history, we are now going to choose. This is the moment, we are nearly done here, and we're going to choose tonight the best car ever, right here. We're making history, you guys are all making history. I'm glad to see you all turn out, and you have been invaluable. This is your choice, not mine, despite what this little fella here thinks. Okay, I want to hear noise. Make some noise for the GTR! Make some noise for the Ford Mustang! I'm a little perplexed. Make some noise for the GTR. Make some noise for the Ford Mustang.
They're whistling.
Here we go. You ready? If you think it's the, hang on till I explain this. If you think it's the GTR, when we tell you to, I want you to stand up, turn around and sit back down. If you think it's the Ford Mustang, I want you to stand up, do a star jump and sit back down, okay? 3, 2, 1, go! Quite a few star jumps in there and I can't remember which one was which.
You know what, she just wanted to make you do that because she just wanted it to go. Okay, last chance, this is it, last chance. You're the decibel meter, last chance. Make some noise for the Ford Mustang! Make some noise for the Nissan GTR!
Oh, you can't stop. Same people voting.
I think we should leave the stage just in case.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner we have chosen, you guys have chosen the best car ever chosen here. You've made history at the Ignition Live stage in hall number 6 of the Divine International Motor Show. Tonight, Friday, what is it, the 17th of November, you have chosen the Nissan GTR. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks a lot. We're back live tomorrow from 2 o'clock. Come by. We're going to teach you how to be a motoring journalist. That's tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I want to see you there.
So yeah.